So because you mentioned that the issue is communication, and because you two are musicians, just hold this up. That's a poster.
Okay.
And I want you to look at that poster and tell me what's wrong with that poster. I'm giving you only 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there anything wrong with that poster?
I can say yes, I see something wrong.
What is wrong with that poster?
I don't see the date.
Exactly. Exactly. Has the poster communicated? It has. But
Yeah.
has it communicated effectively?
No, not really.
So imagine if people came for that concert, no one came for that concert, then you're wondering like, yeah, where are people? There was no date. So you communicated, but not effectively. Thank you so much. Let me have that.
Okay.
So the same thing with you in your marriage. You may be communicating, but are you communicating effectively? Yes, you're communicating, but je unapatikana vizuri. So for example, I like the words that you actually said, how the communication is being packaged. So do you think you package your communication well? Because you don't like the feedback sometimes. Do you like the packaging? Do you think you package it well?
I believe I also fall short
Yes.
when it comes to packaging.
Yes.
Because we cannot just always say the other person is reacting in a wrong way.
Yes.
We should also admit that in one way or the other, I did not package my message correctly. Yes, I may have a valid concern,
Yes.
but if I package it in the wrong way, the reaction I get may actually be similar to how I had packaged
How
the
you
content.
packaged it.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Do you have something to say with sometimes how he packages what he tells you?
Yeah, I think, okay, he tries, but at times he does not package it well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What kind of way would you like him to package what he tells you?
In a more friendly way,
Mm-hmm.
in a more understandable way that he should understand, and package it in a way that I will interpret it positively.
Okay.
Yeah.
She mentioned an example about a time where she saw this amazing dress,
Mm.
and then she wanted it. And then she told you, she asked you if she can get it. What did you tell her? Do you remember?
Yeah, okay. Maybe I think I would want to be reminded. I have the pic. I remember the incident,
You remember
but
the
I
incident?
don't remember the words that I used. So
Okay.
maybe I would request to be reminded.
Okay, so how did he package what he told you that day?
You spend too much.
Yes.
You like spending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that was a good packaging?
Not really.
How would you have preferred him to package what he said?
I would prefer if he would have said, okay, it's a good dress, but we can't afford it right now. Maybe we'll buy it later on when we have the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think she has a point?
Yes, she has a point.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes.
So imagine if you're communicated that you're communicating effectively, that really there's no money, but it's a good dress. I would have loved to get it for you. But the thing is that right now, that's communicating effectively.
Yes.
The other way, you communicated, but not effectively. So the packaging was wrong. Now, as you advance from the packaging, now let's go to the response. He said that, hey, sometimes your reactions are like, oh, wow, you come hard with the emotions. Not the same emotions where you were crying during the proposal. Negative emotions where you come off in a very, very tough way. He feels disrespected. Do you feel like sometimes you do that? That you also push back in a very defensive way?
Yes, I do.
Why do you do that?
Okay. At times you're just mad, and you say something not that intentionally. You just find yourself doing it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you want to tell her how that feels when she does that?
Yes, I'd like her to understand that for men, we may not be able to speak much as women will speak. So a man may get to a point where he's overwhelmed because he may not be able to retaliate with equal measure in terms of words. So men really would love to be spoken to in a way that is gentle, in a way that shows I'm understood, in a way that is not aggressive.
Yeah, The reason why I was asking that is that even as you may be expressive in terms of the negative packaging, can you try and be just as expressive in the positive packaging, where you get to have light moments, you get to interact, even if it's watching a movie. Are you ticklish, by the way? Are you ticklish? Or like when you're not ticklish.
No.
Are you ticklish?
Sometimes, yeah, can be, yes.
Sometimes. So you can just do stuff, maybe watching a movie, doing something together, just have more of good times together. And then when you want to communicate something, I know you'd say something about ego, but sometimes ego can keep you from being gentle, because ego sometimes wants to come off as, yes, I'm the man. But also you have to, the same way you want gentleness from her, give gentleness also to her. So check that. Check the way you're actually packaging what you're telling each other. And you also mentioned something about how sometimes it can be in the house and he says, can you bring me a glass of water? And hey, you're like, hey, excuse me. What happens then?
Sometimes I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel he asks too much. There's
Yeah.
some things you can just do it by yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. How would you want her to package that communication?
Okay, it all goes down to understanding what makes the other person feel special, and going all the way to ensure that you do that without feeling used. Yes, so I would not advocate for men to be, like little children, where you want your wife to untie your shoelaces, you want to wash you, and
Yes.
not to that extent.
Not to that extent, yes.
Yeah, but there is an element of service that really speaks a lot to a man, that I believe women should understand, that service speaks a lot to men. That's why many clients in hotels are men. If you throw your eye across a hotel where people are seated, you see 80% of people seated there are men, because men appreciate service.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you ask your wife to do these things for you, do you say the word please?
I try as much. Actually, this morning, my wife was asking for something, but she did not use the word please.
Yes.
She just told me, she was asking me for the basin from the bathroom, and she just told me, "Ebu nilete hiyo basin." So I was like, no, you need to use the word
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Hi, honey, please get me the basin or something. Yes. So I try as much as I can to be polite
Yes.
and not demanding.
Do you hear the word please from him?
I rarely do.
You rarely do. So here you are, you want a lot done for you, but remember, courtesy is very important.
Yes.
Because if you're writing to a client or if you're writing to your boss, you use the word please find attached when you're writing that email. So we cannot be courteous to our bosses, our clients, and not courteous to our spouse. So you have to learn to be courteous, because if you want a lot to be done for you, courtesy goes a long way to inspire that. And also, serving her, in as much as you want her to serve you, also sometimes serve her. You can be like, hey, you know what, let me do one or two things. So it's reciprocal. You're training each other to do that. So this is important for us to remember, that courtesy goes a long way. You need to be appreciative. You need to be courteous towards your spouse. You know what? That will inspire your spouse to do more for you. And also remember, how do you package the things that you tell your partner? You have to package them well so they can be received well. Sometimes we mess up on the packaging, and then we wonder why the response is not so pleasant. So check your packaging. Don't just communicate effectively. How do you call him, Shanice, by the way?
Babe.
Babe. And how do you call her?
Sweetie.
Sweetie. Yeah. So sweetie and babe, if you can hold each other's hands, both hands, mshikaneni mikono.
Okay.
And you look at each other. Okay. Hey, oh, Emmanuel, hey, you're like on a date. Eh? So Emmanuel, looking at the eyes of your sweetie, is there anything you want to appreciate her for? Is there anything that you want to apologize for, or anything that you're committing to do better from now henceforth? Looking at her.
Okay, my sweetheart Shanice, first of all, I'd like to appreciate you for being a wonderful wife, a wonderful friend, a wonderful partner in life, and for teaching me so many things. and helping me to be the kind of man that I'm growing up to be every day. And I would like to apologize, secondly, for being impatient sometimes in my reactions. Also for expecting much more than I was putting into the relationship. And so I'm going to work more in those areas, especially on my temperament and my flexibility. I'll not get mad for 2 days. I'll work on that.
So Shanice, looking at your babe, is there anything you want to appreciate him for, anything you want to apologize to him for, or anything that you're committing to do better from now henceforth? Looking at him.
I would like to thank you for being a good husband, a responsible one, and for working so hard to make sure that we are comfortable. And I would like to apologize for the bad things I've done, for not using please, for not being courteous to you. And I love you so much, and I thank God for you.
Love is here, undecoded. Why don't you hug each other, please? Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. These are the kind of stuff that, just melt your heart. Indeed, let's learn to communicate better with the person that we say we love. This issue has been decoded.